All right, party people. I think we're recording. I'm driving. I don't know if I'm driving to the park or to the gym. I think the park. It's not. It's not too hot out. It's 10:46 a.m. this Friday. Uh, it's September 12th of 2025. So those of you who have been following the or trying to follow along with what I've been trying to record about the 38 Laws by Matthew Davies, free book. I wonder how you're doing with it. I wonder how you feel. Now myself personally, I'm not. This is not a dig on his content, but we all know I wasn't fully doing it exactly. It was more like learning introductory for me. But now, so that was learning introductory for me about a lot of stuff that I guess I wasn't too aware of, like fully what I was gonna need to do. So basically, yeah, I wasn't like I wouldn't say for myself personally 30 it's let me see, we've got 2 more days left at this point. For myself, because the 12th, we've got today the 12th, we've got tomorrow the 13th, and the 14th is the last final day that would make it the 38th day. Now this program of his is not built as a 38-day program. For me, it was more like I want to go through the program in 38 days. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and I didn't really think about, okay, what am I going to need to do? But according to a lot of what he posted, it does sound more like if you want to do that program, it's going to take a while to actually get the results doing more of his stuff. There's another guy, an old school dude I used to follow. I kind of here and there look at his stuff. I think his main website is down, but he was called, I think, Scooby 1971. So back when like P90X was out, and then I started following him and Insanity, and I think there was like Insanity Max or some other thing, and Tap Out, and back in that phase when there was all this kind of like do-it-yourself home workouts, I definitely got a lot of good results with that. But it was more the consistency, and I'll be honest, I have not fully been very consistent. Like, it's not that I'm not exercising, but the things I'm counting, like the cleaning, the stretching, that kind of stuff, really isn't cardio or lifting or anything like that. Like, it's a little bit of movement, so I'm not going to say, okay, I was sitting around. So I do count it, because it's like, right now, even for me, the slower kind of stuff, or the milder stuff for me does count, because I almost count it as like almost stretching or just some kind of mobility type of practices, just trying to get flexible and get my range of motion kind of better. But okay, so when this program ends, I was trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next. Now I might not talk about it in detail, but with the stuff that I'm doing, that I've learned from the Matthew Davies course, I'm definitely going to incorporate more of the lifting into my routine. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but once I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. But I think I'm going to focus on what I'm motivated to focus on, which is karate. I've got the access to these Shotokan Karate kind of content. So I've got a book. It's by Ashley P. Martin. Ashley P. Martin. The name of the book is the Shotokan. I'm gonna light so I can read it. The Shotokan Karate Bible, Beginner to Black Belt. One of my friends used it, I think, for his purple belt testing. I got it for him last year for his birthday in 2024. He was doing his purple belt in karate. I wasn't sure if it was Shotokan or what. But him and this other guy, or that book is a book that I have now. It's not free. I bought it ages ago on Amazon or somewhere. I have access to it, a hard copy, because I did purchase it. I'm not telling people you have to spend money. I'm just saying, I'm letting you know what I'm gonna go through, at least some of. Now, I don't know what I want to specifically do. I mean, there's no way I'm going to do like 30 days to black belt or something. Like, that's not going to happen. I don't know what I want to do, though, and I don't know how long it's supposed to take. So I need to find some kind of like a syllabus. Like, I have a couple days. So I'm trying to, like, since it's Friday right now, I'm trying to find some information about what I will use to do this. I'm trying to find some of the information that I want to take, and so I need some kind of like a syllabus, or like to know like how long does it even take to on average get a belt, or what do I need to even do. Now, I have a friend who's already done it, and he's building a dojo. I don't know if his dojo's done, but it'll be cool if I could like use his bags there. I mean, the gym I go to, one of them has punching bags, but honestly, I'm kind of shy. I feel like it's a little bit embarrassing to be like out on a punching bag or whatever, and my form's probably not going to be that good. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm not planning on competing. I'm not planning on I don't know. I don't know if I'm not planning on. I don't know. I could see myself maybe doing like a forms, like kata forms kind of presentation. I've always kind of wanted to do that, but I get performance anxiety like hardcore. But maybe that means I should do it. Maybe that means I should push myself to do more. Maybe that's what that means. Maybe I should push myself. And even if I get to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do it, it's going to be me calling the shots. Like, it would be up to me to either continue and follow through, or to avoid it, even if I had planned it, and cancel it. I'm getting into a bad habit, though, lately of canceling things. But I would say my workout routine is one thing that I'm kind of like, this is the thing that I see the results with, and results in life otherwise. But I do need some type of a practice that requires more discipline. And I basically, I don't know, I might end up paying a small amount for some kind of a program. I'm not sure yet, but I might end up doing that. I would find it to be a valuable option to do that. Let me move this mic to like my actual shirt. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this while I'm out of light. Now, last night I wrote some notes. I can't read them because I'm driving. The light just turned green. But basically, when I park, I will tell you guys the detail of what I was just trying to say. So, also, it looks like back at the end of May of 2024, this is over a year ago now, I had purchased this program called it was called the Program for Higher Kicks by Nat HEARN. I don't know if his last name is O'Hearn or Hearn. Is it Hearn or is it O'Hearn? I think his name is Nat HEARN, N-A-T, and then last name Hearne. I think he's a British dude. he basically has this YouTube and Instagram, like he's on social media. He built his own dojo kind of on his property, I think. Kind of like, I don't know what it is. If it's like you can get those outdoor, kind of like a shed or something like that. He has that, but I think he's gone into other martial arts as well now, because I saw something about like some Madagascar kickboxing. That's the latest video I've seen that he has just posted. But I originally got into his content because he was doing karate content. I've been into that kind of stuff since I was a kid. Me and my bestie back then, we used to get these books from the library, these old like kung fu books that like teach you step by step how to do the moves. And we weren't like trying to fight, we just were like into it. And our school was like a really like strict Christian school, so I remember eyes were on us with the teachers because they were like, they're fighting, they're play fighting, no play fighting. And we would just do, like, the book said things like, do this amount of sit-ups, do this amount of push-ups, like whatever it would say. Me and him would really try to do it because we were pretty serious. Like, we were pretty like interested in trying to improve and do good and like get results. And so we kind of did that, and we had a pretty good time with it. And we would just learn from the books together and do it during recess or lunch or whatever. But then when the teacher saw us doing like jumping jacks and sit-ups and stuff like that, they're like, oh, you guys are like exercising or doing something like that. And so it was a Japanese teacher who was kind of like, okay, you guys aren't play fighting, you guys are doing like karate and stuff like that. She kind of understood it, and so she let us do it because she was on duty and she kind of understood. But we had some other friends. This one friend, I think I got a little jealous of this one friend. Like, there was this Kung Fu Sansu class that had opened, and I remember picking up a flyer. I asked my mom to stop and pick up a flyer. I think this is like in the 90s. It was like $20 a month per student, and I wanted to join so bad, but my parents were like, why would you want to do that? They kind of said no. And I was kind of already participating in sports for free, and so, but it was near our neighborhood. But I remember once, I was a little kid, and I remember once, because I had this flyer and I used to look at it all the time. I remember it was like a dark yellow, and it was just like black lettering. And I remember I used to look at it and be like, oh man, like $20. And then you get, I think after the first month, you get like a uniform or something. And I remember for Halloween, almost every year, me and my brother did this for a while too, but we used to kind of spar together. We would put on our pajama robes. And I remember, because like I'm a girl and he's a guy, and I don't know, like bathrobes back then, at least, they had like short ones and long ones. And like usually the women's ones were longer and the guys' ones were shorter. Like, we would go to like Sears or like JC Penney's where we would shop. My parents would get us clothes from there and stuff sometimes. And then I remember being like, oh, I want a short robe because it looks more like part of a gi, like I was so into it. And I remember this, we used to watch like The Next Karate Kid, and well, not The Next Karate Kid, it was like, I think it was The Three Ninjas, and like I don't think we watched The Karate Kid that much. Like, we used to watch Bloodsport and The Three Ninjas a lot. I remember that. And kind of Bruce Lee stuff. We kind of got into Bruce Lee because we were kind of into like Wu-Tang Clan and like all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, like, we were like really into that kind of stuff. It never left me. I just never got good at it or never fully learned it, because it is kind of one of those things. It's like, I don't fight. I never had like a punching bag. I never really knew like how to like see like if you're getting the forms right, and I didn't really know anyone who knew much. So now that I know someone who has a dojo that's going to be within 10 to 15 minute drive from where I'm at, someone with a dojo, someone with I have the gym this year had put in some, I think they have like 4 hanging long punching bags, which I might be too embarrassed to use, but I might use them. I don't know, we'll see. I might use them. If I go to the gym and other people are using it, maybe I'll use it. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it because I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I'm like, it would be cool to get like at least to like the third belt. That would be cool for me. I mean, I'm not gonna like show off with it or whatever, like, but it would be cool for me. I would enjoy that. I would call that success. I don't know the kata. I kind of know a little bit. I don't know a lot. I think I'd have to learn some of the lingo more. Like, I'd really want to get into kind of actually like learning the language of things. But I'm realizing with this kind of thing, and in addition, like, I have this kind of, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I have this like learning schedule of like spirituality types of content that I like to dive into. I started getting back into that at night. So I'm kind of offline at night more, I don't know what time, let's call it 8 p.m. or so. I don't really know what time. I'm not really too strict with it, but I'm trying not to just like go to sleep watching YouTube. I'm trying to be offline and have at least a few hours where I'm like, doing something else. Because I started realizing, being back, living in my old room with the fam and everything, I still have stuff that's there from when I was younger. And it got me thinking because I go back through on occasion. I pick up old stuff that I've had, like, for example, like music I've written, poetry, a lot of short stories, journal entries. I have like tons of notebooks of stuff I've written. Somewhere along the lines it got digital, but I still do like to write like on paper. I still do kind of prefer that sometimes. So I do have like categories of like little notebooks, hardcover notebooks that I write in for my own personal it's kind of my own like personal development kind of thing. But being in my old room, I'm kind of like realizing more and more and more and more. I'm like, oh man, like I see all this stuff that I used to do. I used to be good at all this stuff. I used to know how to play all these songs on guitar. I used to be able to read music okay, like I could play piano better than what I do now. I was a much better writer, in my opinion. When I read my stuff from when I was 18, I'm like, this is far more profound than anything I've written at 42. I'm like, goodness, this is like really good writing. I mean, there's typos and errors and spelling errors and stuff like that, but it was really good. And I'm like, man, like this is pretty impressive. And I don't even remember having created most of that stuff. And I'm not saying that I haven't been creative at all. I've kind of jumped into other creative endeavors over the years, but so a lot of the stuff that I really, really wanted to do that was like computer based back in the day when I never had a laptop or a computer to myself or anything, that's more of the stuff I focus on in current days. But yeah, I was like, it was pretty eye-opening to be like, just slowly over the past couple years, like going through some of my stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like I still have a bunch of stuff that I used to have when I was younger, and I'm like, why was I doing so much stuff back then? Why was I like creating so much stuff and drawing so much and in such good shape and like, and I'm like, yeah, because I wasn't freaking on YouTube all day or like doom scrolling social media and all that. Like it didn't even really exist. And because when I started looking at where my time goes, and I'm like, yeah, like my time is not going toward, I mean, other than podcasting and website stuff, my time sometimes is not going towards something that's going to yield results that looks like, that I'm going to be able to look back on and be like, oh yeah, I did this or made this. You know, things just weren't really going in that direction so much. And so now I'm kind of like a whole lot more aware of some of my shortcomings. I'm not saying that I'm perfect or that I'm going to be perfect or that I'll ever fully have it all down, but I'm not locking my doors for but yeah, It's just been pretty eye-opening. So, okay, now I've finally parked. Goodness. Alright, so let me show you, let me tell you more. And I'll post some of these links so you can like see what I'm talking about. I'll post links to all of this. I don't have any, maybe I could make affiliate links for stuff, but I'm at this current time where I'm talking about it, I don't have an affiliate link for any of the stuff I'm talking about. I'm not getting any kind of kickback for any of this. So I wrote it down last night when I was thinking this through. Let me see where I put that note. Oh goodness, where the heck would I have put it? I know I wrote it because I remember. Let me see. So if you want Nat Hearn's program, you go to nathearn.com, NATHEARN.com. I think he has other courses, but this one's called, and under products is Full Flexibility Training Program. Program spelled PROGRAMME. I don't know where I put that note. Let's see, maybe it was in last night's specific note for Thursday. No, it isn't. I don't know where I wrote it. I know I wrote it down because I was like, I don't want to have to look this up again. Jeez, I don't think I wrote it down. Okay, well, I'm gonna write it down now because I know I clicked. Oh. Okay, sorry. The app kicked me out because I was on YouTube and I think I accidentally clicked something. But basically, the guy is called Karate Dojo Waku. Karate Dojo Waku. And if you look up his website, it's Karate in Tokyo, and the guy's name is Yusuke Sensei. I don't remember his last name. I can't click, because otherwise it'll kick me out. I can't audio record while I'm like in a YouTube video, obviously. So yeah, there's that. And for the Nat Hearn or Nate, I don't know if it was Nate or Nat, for his video, for his kick program, his higher kicks and flexibility program. I think it's a 14-week program. And his program, I think I would just probably just do that alongside this one. Now, I'm not going to fully go into all the details because I don't know what I'm doing yet. And then the Shotokan Karate Bible. Let's see. It has 199 pages, 10 chapters. It says introduction, that's page 1, beginner's guide, page 11. Beginner to orange belt, page 21. Orange to red belt, page 43. Red to yellow belt, page 55. Yellow to green belt, page 73. Purple to green belt, page 87. Purple to purple and white belt, 105. Chapter 9. Purple and white to brown belt, page 121. And chapter 10, brown to black belt, page 139. It has appendices, bibliography, glossary, and an index. And I remember in the back here, so yeah, the index, you can look up pages, different pages for different topics. The glossary has a lot of words like kanji, kata, gi, heian, dojo-kun, pinan, shuri. So like dojo-kun means school code, recited in many karate schools at the beginning or end of class. The part towards the end, I mean, the end of every chapter has the kata. I guess it ends at Heinan Shodan. No, it has all the katas. So it goes up to Basai Dai, and it starts at Kihon Kata. And at the end, every there's kind of like, there aren't tabs, but the pages are glossy. They're color coded. They're color coded by belt at the top left corner. So when you're flipping through, you kind of know which belt you're in. It's a pretty hefty book by Firefly. That's the company that makes it. It's a really good book. Mine is like totally bleached because I had it on the nightstand in the sun for some years. I've had this book for quite a few years, but it's a good reference, you know. And the other YouTube stuff, if you wanted to do it, it's um, it's available for people to try and do on YouTube, obviously. Um, yeah, it's available to try and do it. And let's see, take out some of this water. So I've got my bag with me. I've got a little drawstring bag. And I have that for my little walks. So I'm doing some cardio walks at the gym. At the park in a few minutes. And I don't know, guys. This is my attempt to just do better. So let me see. Where am I at today as far as my goals for this Friday? So this morning, I got up around 7:30. I cleaned. I might start going through my routine with you guys. It's kind of personal, but I don't really care. Like, at this point, it's like, who cares? I might go through some of it sometimes. Because it's like, I fail some days or I don't do good some days. I'm not getting an A plus every day. I'm not getting a passing grade every single day. And some days I just go wrong with stuff. It can be a mood thing. It can be a sleep problem thing. It can be a stress thing. Depression, anxiety, whatever. Or I'm just having a good day sometimes too. Like it just varies. Today I had a great day so far because of the caffeine. I had like 100 milligrams of C4 in the morning around 7:15 a.m. Felt fine after that. You better be feeling fine if you're having that much caffeine. And then just a little while ago, I had a little bit more on my way over to the park. I'm parked at the park right now. Let me go through this real quick, and then I'm gonna go work out because I'm trying to get my workout. Let's see. This is Friday, Saturday, Friday. This is the wrong week. This is the wrong week. I didn't log last week's. I put all the information per day, so I have to go back in and put in my app, in my Habit New app, last week's details. Today, so far as the breakfast is concerned, I have tracked my meal and put it in the Habit New. I think I'm gonna try to do that again. I didn't do it for this 38-day thing so far, but I think I'm gonna try to get back in the practice of doing it just as I'm eating. Just scan everything in, like, because I've been taking pictures of all the food, but I'm like, I'm not really going back and reviewing it or anything. It's like more steps than just doing it on the spot and just getting it done with. So one day this week I worked out about 23 minutes. The other day I put in about 256 minutes of, I don't even know what I was doing to get that much in. So one day was stretching. Oh, I was dancing. I did 5 minutes of tidying, 30 minutes of cardio in the garage while I was on hold. I did 27 extra minutes of tidying and stretching combined, and then 208 minutes of dancing at night. I remember that because I was like, why is it so hot and I'm sweating and it's night? But I got a good sweat on. So other than that, I only stretched once this week, stretched that other day with the dancing, skipped a bunch of stuff. And then today, so far, I've done 74 minutes of cleaning in the house. I cleaned the bathroom, I cleaned my bedroom. That's the majority of what I cleaned. I cleaned a little bit of other stuff in the fridge or whatever. Within that, it was about 0.5 miles, half a mile worth of walking around in the house, uh, um, back and forth between like lining the trash bags and taking out the trash and sweeping and that kind of thing. Dusting, all that. I did 4 minutes of cardio, slow jogging lines, and I did some high knees. I did 5 little back and forth laps of high knees. That was 0.1 miles. So I'm at, no, wait, this is wrong. That should get me at 0.5 miles total. It should be 0.4 miles for the cleaning. No, 0.5. It was 0.5, I remember. And then it was 0.1. So I'm at 0.6 miles as far as distance today. I don't know how many steps, but 3,000 something. And then, yeah, so that's what I've done today. That gives me so far 74 plus 4 at 78 minutes. So far that's 78 plus, I'm trying to see how much I need to do while I'm here at the park. And I had a therapy appointment that was canceled. So I didn't cancel it, but it was canceled. So I was like, I want to get this done by 2 p.m. It's 11:21 a.m. now. I would have been in therapy right now. So 23, 256, 78. Let's see. Because I count in minutes. 23, 256, 78. So yeah, I'm almost done. I'm trying to do 400 minutes a week, so I need to do 43 minutes and I'll be done for today. And then whatever I do after 2 p.m. is going to count towards next week because 2 p.m. is my cutoff. So as rough as this week was, I'm happy with my results. I don't really have much more to say. Let me go get this workout in so that I can get done, have my lunch on time. I might stop by the library and see if I can find martial arts books there. If not, then I'll search it first. And if nothing's there, if not, then I'll just go straight back home. But I'll debate if I'll go to the gym tonight. I might start doing a couple 2-a-days. I'm not getting to my weight goals lately. I haven't been reaching my weight goals, unfortunately. So I don't really want to. I don't know. I'm not pleased that I'm not reaching my weight goals, but I'm also not surprised because I'm not doing things to where my weight would be going down. In all honesty, I'm doing things. I'm not fully eating healthy. I'm not tracking what I'm even eating too much. A little bit, but not too much. And then I'm not doing enough cardio and stuff like that. So let me apply a little bit of sunscreen and get out here. Let me just try and I'm gonna try and start around 11:30 a.m. So let me put on some sunscreen, walk over to the restroom, and then by that time it should be about 11:30, and I should be about done. But that's it for now. In the interest of time, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys are enjoying this. You know, I'm doing this for my own. This kind of helps me, you know, to at least have some accountability. If I know people are listening to it, I don't want to be like failing completely on the internet. But I've done enough of that, so I don't want to add more. You know. Experiences where I'm not doing things very well, but you know, this just goes to show for people who are like, oh, I'm not ready, you can tell some of these projects I start, I'm not ready, and I start them and I'm just like, whatever, at least I have content to show for it, you know, at least I can be like, oh, I was really depressed back then, or like I really had a lot going on, or really wasn't organized too good. And sometimes I don't notice it, and but it's like, okay, I'm coming across a 38-day program or 38 days that I tried to do of a program, and I'm not really seeing results, and I'm looking at myself and looking at kind of a little bit of the tracking and before the last day, because I got a couple days left, so I'm doing a little bit more reviewing during this week, and I'm realizing, where I fell short and what I could have changed. And now coming into this new one, once the 15th of September 2025 comes around, I'll start something else, and I'll see, I'll be able to hopefully do better and better. That's the goal. So, all right, that's it for now. Thanks for listening.